generator's on me, of course. He's got bamboozle.
Okay.
What's up, my dudes? It's Turd, your PS4 Dead by Daylight educational content creator. In this video, we're going to be talking about Billy.
Oh, Billy.
Not that Billy.
I'm just messing with you.
Mr. Max Thompson Jr. To be more specific, the Silent Billy. Because since the Billy rework, I have seen a ton of Silent Billies. And that motherfucker is terrifying, I'll tell you that. This educational video will have two different trials. The first trial will be against a Billy that runs Tinkerer. The second trial will be against a Billy that designs a perk build and add-ons to really embrace the Silent Billy game style. So even though the perspective will be coming from a survivor's point of view, if you're a killer and you want to play Silent Billy, stick around for the second trial, because I will go over his perk build as well as give recommendations on how to improve the perk build so that Billy really masters the art of the ninja. Now, before we jump into the gameplay, we need to at least talk about Tinker, because that's the MVP of this video. Since the rework, Tinker is going to alert the killer when a generator reaches 70% completed. It's also going to make the killer undetectable for 16 seconds. Now, I'm a numbers guy, so let me break it down and show you the stats on why this perk is god tier for Billy. So once Billy gets notified by Tinkerer, he's gonna rev up his chainsaw and he's gonna beeline it straight to that generator at a speed of 9.2 meters per second. That's fast as fuck. If only one survivor was working on that generator, it's going to take that survivor 24 seconds to finish the last 30% of that generator, which means Billy could be 220 meters away and still get to the generator before it's fully repaired. Let's say there were two survivors on the generator when Billy gets notified that the generator's at 70% completed. Well, for the two survivors to finish the last 30% of this generator, it's going to take them 14.25 seconds, which means Billy could be 131 meters away and still get there in time. And let's say there are three survivors working on the generator when Billy gets notified. It's going to take them 10 seconds to finish the last 30% of that generator before Billy gets there. So how the fuck do you counter Billy with Tinker? Well, Spine Chill counters all stealthy killers. However, because of Billy's movement speed, Spine Chill is going to alert you that he's coming, but you're not going to have enough time to react. So even though it helps you, it does not counter Billy with Tinker. To sum it up, you want to make sure that you're not the only survivor on the generator when it hits the 70% completed mark. It's a lot easier to complete the generator if more than one survivor is working on that generator, because when Billy does come, and I assure you he will come with Tinkerer, he can only chase one survivor off the generator. So whichever survivor is not in chase, they need to get back on that generator and complete it while Billy is busy chasing the survivor away from that generator. Now, I'll go more into detail during the gameplay, so let's go ahead and jump into that first trial where Billy uses a normal perk build but with Tinkerer. Spoiler alert, this Billy does a phenomenal job early game utilizing Tinkerer and applying a ton of map pressure across the board. Where he goes wrong is he tries to chase me, and he commits to a chase that, well, he's not going to catch me. Because you all know what I do. I loop killers. Okay, we spawn in at Groaning Storehouse, which is a survivor-sided map. Now, I see the water tower directly in front of me, so I know exactly where I spawned in relationship to the map. I also noticed that I spawned by myself, which means that the killer is either over here, and my teammate spawned over here, or the killer spawned here, making me the god spawn, and my teammate spawned over here. Let's talk about gen spawns. You're going to have a generator that spawns at the jungle gym that I'm at right now, or right up against the wall of the water tower. You're going to have a gen spawn at one of these two jungle gyms down here. You'll have a generator that spawns inside the storehouse. You're going to have a generator that spawns in or around the jungle gym right here. You're going to have a generator that spawns at the jungle gym or around the jungle gym up here. Now, this could be a complete dead zone depending on the RNG, so this one is a little dangerous at times. You'll have a generator that spawns in or around the jungle gym up here. And finally, you'll have a generator that spawns in any one of these junk tiles in this jungle gym right here, or even in Kill Shack. Understanding the importance of gen priority is a skill that you need to learn if you want to get better at Dead by Daylight. On this map, these three generators have the highest priority. Now, that doesn't mean that you only work on these three generators until they're completed, but let's say you finish these two generators. Well, now the killer has to patrol the entire map. However, if I finish the generator that I spawn in at, and my teammates finish the generator that they spawn in at, look at how much smaller the map is for the killer to patrol. So having said all of that, do you think I'm going to work on this generator? No, I'm going to pass it up like a $5 hooker. I hear a chainsaw, and based on sound, I can identify that that's
Sounded
Billy's
like
chainsaw, not Bubba's. Behind these boxes at the water tower is a totem spawn, so since I'm here, I might as well check to see if there is a hex totem. I know my teammate's in chase, so I fast vault this window to send a distraction to the killer. The high priority generator is not in this jungle gym, so I'm going to scan the tree line over the junk tiles, looking for the generator's light post. After a few scans, I know that the generator is going to spawn inside Kill Shack, so that's where I'm heading. As I approach Kill Shack, I notice that the window spawned on the other side. When I enter Kill Shack, I notice that the pallet is at the other door and that the basement is not here. It's going to be in the middle building. Pyro goes down, and so I reposition myself behind the generator in case Billy has barbecue and chili, which is a very common perk used by Billy. Hopefully, the generator's aura will block Billy from seeing my aura.
Fuck.
My spine chill goes off, so I'm going to put myself in a position in case I need to loop the killer at Kill Shack. And then Pyro tells me that Billy left him, so now I'm going to go in for the save. Now you need to be really careful when you go into the save against a Billy, because a lot of times Billy will chainsaw away from the hook, but then instantly chainsaw back, knowing that a survivor's probably close and will go in for the unhook.
Sure about that? Where is he?
My teammate Navi goes down, and she alerts us that Billy instantly leaves her slugged. So I'm going to head over to her and see if I can pick her up, and I'm going to use the hill to see if I can get a vantage point of where Billy is. My other teammate Lizzie gets hit, and she was at a generator that's about 80% completed.
He has Tinkerer for sure if he's
So
left.
I put 2 and 2 together and call out that I think Billy has Tinkerer. Lizzie does a good job trying to pull Billy away from Navi, who's in dying state, so that I can pick her up. But unfortunately, Billy leaves chase and comes back to Navi. This is an easy dodge, as I use both of these trees as obstacles to block Billy from hitting me with his chainsaw. Billy's doing a great job right now, applying a ton of map pressure. We have 0 generators completed. Only 1 survivor could
Tinkerer's
currently be working on a generator, and he's already got 2 hooks. So I'm going to leave this area right now and head over to the dead zone and work on the generator over there. Once hooked, it takes 60 seconds to enter struggle phase. Now, I'm about 20 to 30 seconds of travel time to the hook, and Navi's been on the hook for about 20 seconds. So mathematically, if I need to get the unhook, I need to leave soon.
What's everyone's status?
Lizzie is currently cleansing a totem, so she can activate her inner strength, but that she can get the unhook when she finishes. And Pyro is on a generator right now. Against any other killer with a normal movement speed, I would stay on this generator and rely on Lizzie to get the unhook. But against a Raged Oni, a Spirit, or in this case, a Billy that moves at 230% movement speed, I need to go in for the save also, so in case he comes back and pushes Lizzie off the unhook, I can get the save before Navi goes to struggle.
I'm gonna get her before she goes into struggle.
Now, I'm going to head back to that generator I was just working on. And you might be wondering, why would you waste so much time going back to that generator that's way off in the corner? Well, let me tell you, Billy's been applying a ton of map pressure on this side of the board. And I know that he has Tinker, so I can use that against him. If I get that generator up to 70%, it's going to notify him with Tinker, and he's going to head over to me. And while I loop him, it's going to allow my teammates to reset and get some generators done. And let's say he doesn't come over to me. Well, now I'm getting a high priority generator completed, and so it's a win-win situation. When it comes to looping killers, knowing and understanding your surroundings before you even get into chase is extremely important. It allows you to rotate from tile to tile and react instantaneously to whatever the killer is doing. So I have a pallet in front of me between these like cargo boxes. A little beyond that's going to be the main building, and to my right and to my left I have jungle gyms. Navi goes down, but she's going to slap Billy with her decisive strike. A lot of killers think that decisive strike is a crutch perk or a bullshit perk, but these are the type of killers that either A, are tunneling and are the reason why decisive strike even exists, or B, too stupid to understand how decisive strike works. Because this killer knocked down Nave 45 seconds after she was pulled off the hook, which means he only needs to wait 15 seconds and decisive strike doesn't even play. Now, if Billy did not have his chainsaw revved, I would have gone to the pallet and looped him around the pallet, but because he has his chainsaw revved up, I'm going to hug around these cargo boxes because he will not be able to get me. Billy just overheated his chainsaw, and you could tell that by him going, "Ah!" and went to like some weird animation. So because of that, he will not be able to use his chainsaw for 15 seconds. So I'm perfectly fine with taking a hit here because I actually want to be injured so I could use Dead Heart when he gets his chainsaw ability back. All looping is wasting the killer's time so that your teammates can get objectives
if he
done.
wants to play me, I'll loop him here for a long time.
Now, there's an effective way to do
no
it,
way
and
he's
there
gonna
is a
catch me.
bad way to do it. A lot of
Just get on
survivors
fence,
will
guys.
just go from pallet to pallet to pallet to pallet, wasting them, and that is a bad way
Yeah,
to
they
loot
rotate
killers
out.
because you're hurting your team at the end. This loop was nothing crazy. It was nothing special, but it was extremely efficient based on the location of where I did it on the
Still
board.
on me,
The
I
fact
think.
that my teammates were able to reset, heal up, and get on generators.
Okay, I'm
They
gonna lead 'em
finished
away.
one generator, and I know in the back of my head that 2 to 3 generators are close to being finished,
Cool.
and I
Left
only
me.
used one pallet. So it appears that he gave up on me. So I'm going to head to the kill shack generator and work on that, where I'm about to loop him for the remaining 4 generators.
I only threw one pallet on that chase. It is in a dead zone though, so it's just a heads up on that. I got the gen in Kill Shack at 60.
Now I'm approaching 70% completed on this generator, and so Billy's going to get notified with Tinkerer, become completely silent, and probably
I'm at
head straight
about
over here. Now I'm
75%.
hoping that I get another survivor over here as well to work on this generator with me, so that it only takes 14 seconds and
Kill
not
Shack.
24 seconds to complete.
He's coming this way. Spine chill.
Well, that was fucking terrifying. And that's what I mean by Spine Chill helping, but not countering Tinkerer, because you didn't have time to react. Well, isn't this unfortunate? That generator's at like 98% completed. Lizzie is in dying state, and I'm in a bit of a sticky situation not having Dead Heart and being exhausted. So because I don't have Dead Heart, I don't think I can safely rotate to another location, and I'm kind of forced looping the killer around Kill Shack. It's going to take Lizzie 30 seconds to fully recover. So ideally, once she is fully recovered, she
you
crawls
recovered?
just outside of Kill Shack. I throw the pallet down to create a barrier between Billy and us, and then I one-tap her to get her up. Unfortunately, I have to throw God Pallet right now, and it's a bummer that Lizzie is positioned where she was because she slides into Kill Shack next to Billy instead of having the pallet be a barrier between us, because I could have picked her up.
Yeah, he's on me still.
Billy really makes a mistake here by overcommitting to this chase. Now he finally decides to leave chase, but it was at the cost of losing 3 generators.
Damn, I
He should have
tried.
picked up Lizzie
I
right
tried.
away, hooked her, and then rotated to a generator that his Tinker is notifying. It's Lizzie's first hook, so we're in a really good position here. Navi is there to get the save as soon as Billy leaves, and Pyro's going to heal me up, and we'll get back into action. Okay, Nave pulls Lizzie off the hook, and Billy's about to head straight back for them. So I'm going to work my way towards Kill Shack because that generator was at 98% completed.
Working on it.
I'm gonna be at the door. I'm gonna be at the door right now.
Alright, Billy wants my
He's on
ace
me.
booty, and that's a big mistake. So I'm going to bait the window, and he takes the bait by going to the outside of Kill Shack to hit me as I vault the window. So because this generator at Kill Shack's about 90-something% completed, he's going to guard it with his life. So if I keep him busy
Going back to
over
that
here,
gen. Work on a different gen. I'll keep him busy here.
my teammates can work on a generator somewhere else and get it fully repaired, and we'll be out of this game.
This gen, it's
Yeah, I'm gonna keep him busy here, so just keep working on that.
Literally, when we get done, behind
I've got
me,
2 extremely safe jungle gyms over here, so there's absolutely no way that Billy's going to catch me. So now when my teammates get their generator at 70% completed, he's going to leave me and head towards them,
Got these guys.
and then I'm going to go work on the generator that's in Kill Shack, and it's 90% completed. And no matter what, we're going to get one of those done.
We're like, yeah, 70%.
He's going back right now to whoever got that gen at 70. I'm gonna go touch the one at Kill Shack and work on
This
that.
Billy did a great job at the start of the trial, but then he overcommitted to chasing me,
we're
and
out.
that was his downfall.
Good game, guys.
If you really want to be a Silent Billy, then this next video is for you. This is his build. Monitor and Abuse is going to increase the killer's terror radius by 8 meters while in chase. It's also going to decrease the terror radius by 8 meters while not in chase. This perk is going to allow Billy to sneak up on survivors before they even know that he's there. Tinkerer, I've explained a million times. It's the highlight of this video, so let's move move on to Pop Goes the Weasel. Pop is going to work really well with Tinkerer because when he hooks the survivor that got the generator to 70% completed, he can then kick the generator, regressing it down below 70%, so the next time someone works on that generator and gets it to 70% again, his Tinkerer is going to activate and he'll know where to go. So let's say Tinkerer activates and Billy heads over to that generator. However, there are multiple survivors working on that generator and they finish the generator before he gets there. Well, that's where Cruel Limits, the next perk, comes into play. When a generator is repaired, all windows and vault locations within a 24-meter radius of that generator are going to be blocked by the entity for 30 seconds. That's fucking insane for this build if you think about it. The only problem that I see with Cruel Limits is that it could be inconsistent based on the map RNG. And so, I don't know, maybe I would put in something like Discordance or Infectious Fright. As far as add-ons, he's got Apex Muffler, which is a must-have for Silent Billy. It makes it so that any survivor outside of his terror radius does not hear the chainsaw. His second add-on, Pig House Gloves, is useless in my opinion. I think he's better off using something like Iridescent Brick or Leafy Mash. Iridescent Bricks paired with Discordance would be fucking god tier. And Leafy Mash paired with Infectious Fright is fucking deadly and scary as shit. Okay, we spawn in at Suffocation Pit. Now, normally when I do my educational videos, I break down, the map, where the generators spawn, where the killer spawns, the survivor spawn, all that fun stuff. But this video is getting a little lengthy, so for this trial, I'm going to skip that. And I'll do a Suffocation Pit breakdown with the map and all that stuff in a future video.
Basement is not in Kill Shack.
I checked Kill Shack to see if the basement was there. I called that out to my duo's partner, Mori Me Daddy. I'll refer to her as Daddy for the rest of this video. So now I'm going to head to the other side of the board where there's a higher priority for generators to be repaired. Daddy is the obsession, and that's indicated by the entity claws that surround her player icon at the bottom left-hand side of the screen. Notice how those claws are wiggling? That means that the obsession is currently in chase. Now Daddy's injured, and I see her aura through my perk Empathy. And based on her distance, I can see that she is farther than 32 meters, which by default, Billy's terrier radius is 32 meters. So the fact that I can still hear his terrier radius makes me think that he's got some type of perk that has a farther terrier radius, like Monitor and Abuse or Distressing. I mean, there's a chance that he could be running Distressing and Infectious Fright comboed, because that's pretty deadly. Okay, Daddy goes down. Now, the fact that I did not scream from Infectious Fright means that, one, obviously Billy does not have Infectious Fright, but it's also highly unlikely that he has Distressing. So I kind of think he has Monitor and Abuse, but I'm not 100% sure yet, so I need to gather some more information before I make that call out. I want you to pay attention to the killer's terror radius.
Which way did he go?
Behind me somewhere.
Notice how it got loud and then completely silent? It did not fade out. That's Monitor and Abuse. Okay, Dwight's in chase, and of course he's bringing her closer to the hook survivor, which is a complete no-no. Do not do that.
Right here, dude. Seriously? Alright, I'm coming to
And
get you
he's
now.
underneath a hook.
Now these hooks are really close together, so I need to pull Daddy off the hook as soon as possible. And then hopefully Billy chases me and I can lead him away from this area.
Okay, I'm gonna lead him away.
Okay, so Billy's on me, so I'm going to lead him up to this middle section of the map where there's a bunch of jungle gyms connected together, and it makes it extremely easy to loop killers here. I'm going to take unique pathing and twist in and out of jungle gyms, blocking his line of sight and creating distance before I actually start looping him.
He has Silent Chainsaw.
Billy realizes that he's not going to be able to chainsaw me here. So when he pulls down his chainsaw, I'm going to take that opportunity to actually take a hit and be injured so that my dead heart is activated in case I need it against his chainsaw.
What do I do? Yeah, escape punches.
A lot of rank 1 killers will mind game themselves, and you can use that in your favor. Now, unfortunately, I take this turn really wide, and Billy takes the turn very sharp. And so he's able to get the hit through the window at the T and L loop.
Let's just hop on that gen real quick. DS and Dead Heart.
Now, we don't know that he has Tinkerer yet, but we have 3 survivors on this generator, which is how you counter Tinkerer. But I want you to notice how quickly he gets here once the generator reaches 70% completed.
Welcome, wait.
The fact that we had 3 survivors on that generator is the only reason why it got completed. If we would have had 2 survivors on that generator, he would have got here with plenty of time. He is on my dick hole, and I am forced to use my dead hard. When we repaired that generator, cruel limits kicked in, and for the next 30 seconds, any window vault within 24 meters is blocked by the entity. This is gonna make my escape extremely hard. I'm gonna have to work my ass off for it. I spun his ass, 2 sidestep techs to a vault window to escape chase. Whew, damn, that was sexy.
Alright, he left me.
Dwight gets off the generator, so I assume he wants to rub up on me, so I guess I'll let him touch me. Oh, fuck. Now, I'm completely out of position. I'm injured. My dead heart is exhausted. And I don't understand why Billy doesn't go for me. He would totally get me right here. But for whatever reason, he goes for Dwight, and I'm grateful for that.
Dude, that silent fucking chainsaw is so gnarly, dude. It's just like all of a sudden he's on you.
Okay, I saved Dwight, and one of the randoms is here so we can double heal Dwight in 8 seconds. And then we'll hop on this generator and finish that in 33
Just stop
seconds.
the Jenner from regressing in his face.
Nice.
After he popped it.
He might have Tinker, and that's why he doesn't have a terror radius possibly when the gen gets to a certain.
Well, yeah, because I didn't hear terror radius or fucking nothing. Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Like he's gonna lose his terror radius right now because we're at 80%. And he's coming here. Yep, he definitely has Tinker.
Yeah, my gen back there was pretty much done when he came to me.
Okay, yeah, we can confirm Tinker.
So now that we confirmed he has Tinkerer, we definitely
Nice
want to
amount
be
of
working on
information right there.
generators with at least 2 survivors. That's how you counter Tinkerer.
Glad I stopped
So I'm going to
the
head to the other
regressing.
side of the board
Would've been
where
fine.
Daddy was
Where you
working
at?
on a generator and help her with
I'm in
that.
the back corner
Okay.
by the main building.
Alright, head in there.
Do you have inner strength?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say there's a totem right there. I didn't want to get it because I already have one saved up.
I definitely.
Barbecue, Tinker, Pop.
He's on me. It's not gonna hit there, sweetheart. He's not gonna want to chase me. I've been fucking destroying.
I feel like after the
Oh
first
my
couple
God, oh my
chases,
God, oh my
Billy's
God, oh my
been
God, that was so
avoiding
close.
me or breaking off chase with me extremely early. Now, I can understand that because as a killer, if you can identify the survivor as a strong looper, you don't want to overcommit to chasing them. So I understand and I respect that, but at the same time, I still feel like he could have got me a few times if he would have just committed to a chase. Here, Kate, take my drugs. Well, apparently she's got inner strength. She doesn't need them. Okay, Daddy just got hooked literally on the other side of this wall. And the fact that I don't hear Billy's terror radius lets me know that Tinkerer kicked in and that Dwight is on a generator that has it at least 70% completed. So I know Billy's going to go straight to him and I can get Daddy off the hook right away.
I'm going back over here so I can grab that other totem.
He's on me. He might want me this time. Stunned his bitch ass.
See, this is the shit that I'm talking about. He got a quick hit on me. Well, technically I ran into him. But regardless, he got a quick hit on me. And then he chased me for like 15 seconds. Granted, I did throw a pallet on his face, but that doesn't matter. I feel like he's giving up on me way too quick. Now, I remember I left my drugs over by the locker, so I'm going to go over there and heal myself. Plus, he didn't break the pallet, so it's very safe.
Broke this pallet, so I'm gonna come back over here.
Dwight repairs the last generator, which is over near where the Hook Survivor is, and the Hook Survivor is fairly close to one of the gates. Daddy is going to work on the other gate on the other side of the board, so I'm hoping what's going to happen is the killer's going to chase Dwight, and I can go in for the save.
He's on me.
Dwight's gonna open up the door, and like any other rank 1 random survivor, he's just gonna be selfish and leave because he doesn't care about the game, he just cares about his rank. You're about to see why PC players have a slight advantage over console players. Billy is facing the other direction, and with a simple flick of the mouse, he's able to do a 180-degree chainsaw attack on me. He wouldn't be able to do that on a console. Now, I'm not complaining, it is what it is. I'm just letting you guys see how PC players have a slight advantage over console players. This Billy's smart. He's not going to hook me on this hook that's literally right next to the gate that's already open. He's going to take me as far away as possible, and I don't know what this random survivor's doing cleansing these totems. I get it, she has inner strength, but that's not smart. I mean, she can obviously see that Billy's carrying me to this hook that's right in front of her. Now, Daddy's going to sacrifice her life for mine.
Do what you gotta do. Get the fuck out.
Now, if you ask me, that is true love.
I don't know what to do.
I'm dead, so.
Might have to call that a GG. Sorry, random. Right?
Well, alright guys, I hope you learned a thing or two.
know.
That is
Yeah,
my
I-
focus, and if you like how I break down my videos and do my educational commentaries, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed
to do
yet,
that,
consider
you should just go
subscribing. I'm at about 400 subscribers and growing really fast, so thank you guys very much. Catch you guys soon.
What was it, rank 3?